Okay, what is everybody? And today we are back again with another video. And today, if you can believe it or not, we actually got a new teaser for the new DLC coming out here in Call of the Wild. We have the trailer here. I currently have it uploaded as a private video on my channel just so that we can skip through it and kind of click to different images that I want to show again and come back to. But in general, we're just going to watch it once, then we're going to go through it slowly, and then we're going to go through some Google images and just kind of show how I come to the idea of what we have and just set some expectations on what we can see on the map and kind of what I am going to be hoping for. Quick thing, Joe, at the first though, these Google images, I'm just going to be going through general Google images, the first ones that I find there. So if you own the rights to that and you don't want me showing them or giving you credit, message me via YouTube and we can get that sorted out. I just wanted to quickly put that claim out there that I do not own those images. But with that being said, let's give this a very, very quick watch here.
Peggy 16.
And with that, that is going to be it. Now, first things first, the music, first of all, we're going to talk about the music first, I know. It kind of reminds me of a little bit of the Quattro music. I got to be honest, it's kind of the same kind of style that I feel like it reminds me of Quattro, at least when I heard it first. But obviously, the first thing that we see is the very, very large amount of cacti everywhere. Cacti there, cacti there, cacti there. Then the next thing that we see in the video, let me put that down just a tad bit, is that we see actually probably what is going to be one of the hunting lodges for us in the future. So this right here, again, we see cacti over here. We can kind of see that there's probably going to be a pretty big hill somewhere in the middle of the map with a lookout tower at the top, kind of what we always see with every map. So sadly, this outpost doesn't seem to be claimed yet just because there is no flag anywhere on the poles. So I just got to assume that they just took the outpost like it is, probably for reasons that they're not wanting to show off exactly or confirming where the map's location is. And so that we don't really know the name of it yet because they obviously always have some kind of a logo on there as well on the map. Now, one thing I want to point out real quick, even though this is I assume it's a dart, I don't know what you call it, like a dart disc where you can play darts on. I do want to quickly mention to the black and white theme that it has around there. See some kind of lights up here. It looks kind of remote, kind of like they all do, but this one looks a little bit more different. It looks a little bit, I gotta say, I think it looks a little bit run down, but it has a very unique feel to it. Now, next thing that we see obviously in here, if this moves on a little bit further, we see the lookout tower. Nothing really crazy here. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Yukon Valley one, if I'm not mistaken. Kind of looks basically the exact same as the Yukon one, just in a different, like a darker, like wood type finish. And then obviously with the metal frame construction. Then the next part, obviously, again, cacti here, trees there, a lot of cacti everywhere. A hill here. I assume there's going to be a big river running through there somewhere in the middle of the map again, similarly how Quattro was. But importantly, first of all, there was that call there. If you want to see that, go back to the beginning. But a whitetail deer. So one animal is confirmed. We are going to see whitetail deer on this map, and you do not know how happy I am. I wanted whitetail deer on a second map for like forever, because I just wanted to have a second map to hunt them on. We have mule deer now on 2 maps. We have red deer, I think, on 4 maps now. And then whitetail deer is the other main animal that I hunt usually. And yeah, we have them on a second map finally. And I am so happy about that. Now, there's nothing really else that's going to be important here. Obviously, you see the great one at the end. And if you very quickly skip to the end here, you can see a little bit more of the terrain, kind of having this deserty-esque vibe with the cacti coming here. And we're going to be starting off again with a little image that I talked about with the lodge there. Now, sorry it's a little bit pixelated, but as you can see, there is kind of this black and white circular theme of a Mexico-typed logo on the front. Now, obviously, this one has 2 guns in the middle. It doesn't look like a dart like board or whatever you call it, but it has the same feeling. When I saw this first and I was looking Mexico hunting lodges or hunting lodges, hunting houses, this is the first image that popped up, and I instantly recognized it as something being similar. So that kind of might be a recognition feature there, but more importantly, the kind of cacti that you see in Mexico. you have these kind of 3, 4, 5 pronged cacti here, which again we can see everywhere here. They're kind of popular for Mexico. So I kind of think it makes sense that we're going to be looking at a Mexico map here. Again, we have that deserty feel with a little bit of the Rocky Mountains in the background. Again, kind of what we see over here. It looks very, very similar if you ask me from the way it looks. Obviously, this one has a little bit of that like teal orangey kind of color over it, but that's just because of the sunlight. The sunlight is different. If we kind of imagine that away, I feel like those two images, not that one, this one, they look rather similar in terms of what they look. So I'm pretty confident in saying that we are going to be going to Mexico. Now, if we are going to be going to Mexico, what animals would we be seeing there? What kind of species would I expect to see there? Obviously, whitetail deer, that's confirmed again here with a great one being there on the image as well. Secondly, I would expect mule deer to be there. Mule deer, whenever you search up Mexico hunting, the first image that pops up is whitetail deer and mule deer being very, very popular in terms of being hunted there. Now, we always know that there's around 8 to 9 animals per map. It kind of depends on like which map we have. Silveridge, I think, has 9, and then other maps have 8, and I think Medved is the only one that only has 7 animals. I might be wrong there though. But what else can we see? Now, pronghorn are also there in Mexico. So obviously we're going to have probably 4 species, which are going to be basically just copy and pasted into the map and being the same one. So I'd expect whitetail deer and mule deer to be the first one. Pronghorn probably to be the third one. And then if I had to say a fourth one, I would probably... This is one where I'm kind of stuck between. I think it's either going to be the bighorn sheep, or they could try and turn them a little bit into more ibex and a little bit more into like these curled out sheep, because those do exist in Mexico as well from the research that I could have done over the last couple of weeks. Well, not a couple of weeks, the last week or so, where we were talking about what kind of map it could be. And that's kind of the stuff that I was looking up. Like I was looking at Mexico and Africa, and obviously that was one of the sheep that I saw there. But there's also just the bighorn sheep, which we have on Silver Ridge Peaks. The other thing that they could see is they could just reuse the puma/mountain lion model there, but they could also go another route. They could actually go the jaguar jaguar route, use a similar based model, but change certain things, change the fur coloration, make them look different, but still have a rather similar characteristic to that animal. Now, moving on to some newer species, we're going to start here with the peccary, I think these are called. They're basically small boars, and they're kind of the same thing that we see in the Ultimate Hunting trailer as far as I could see. But this is kind of what they look like. Would be something different, would look a little bit different to the wild boar and the feral pigs that we have right now on Teavaroa, Quattro Colinas, and Hirschfelden, and obviously Medved. Now, the next one you can already see here is red Brocket. I think these would be cool animal. I think they could do it. They also seem to be very famous in Mexico, so I don't see a reason why we shouldn't have them. And I do think that they look quite cool. Obviously, nothing really crazy in terms of multiple antlers or anything, but from the images that I did look through earlier, I do think that they look very cool. Now, if we look at the whole thing, again, kind of just as a... What else we could see? We could maybe see something like, instead of a jaguar, we could see something like ocelots or gray fox, maybe somewhere in that realm, maybe something like that. Or for smaller game, maybe seeing something like quails or doves, because those seem to be quite famous or quite a popular species being hunted in Mexico. Now, I do think it's Mexico. I think it is. What do you guys think? Are you guys going to be agreeing with me, or do you guys think it's something else? I don't think it can be something else, but obviously if I've missed something major here and I'm going completely in the wrong direction, let me know, because yeah, obviously we're going to be working together on this. We don't have a full confirmation. I feel like we're going to get a full trailer either at the end of this week or maybe next Tuesday, so in 1 week's time, because then Meg is going to be back and she's kind of been the whole brains behind this. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please, I am so hyped about this. If you guys are too, make sure to go ahead and hit that like button. Also, remember, if you're new around here, we just hit 2K. We're going to be doing a special video, but thank you from the bottom of my heart for that. You guys are amazing. I couldn't have reached this goal without you. So if you want to be part of this team as well and support the channel, make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell icon. But with that being said, have a good day. Bye-bye and peace.